What's up, everybody? How is everyone tonight?
I don't think I realized I was muted. How you doing, Degen?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, good. Kate's taking a little time off, so we'll be back next week. So Degen's running the show tonight.
Yeah.
Doofy should be here any second. So let's take it away, Degen.
He's fashionably late. So who do we have in here? Well, 171 already.
194.
194 now. Where is he? Let me try to message him, see if he'll. If not, we'll just start without him for now.
Yeah, emails will just start because I messaged him already.
Yeah. All right. The first one is some of you know her. She's a frauditor groupie. Goes by Anarch Chick Shelly. Well, she got pulled over while riding a moped without a helmet, and she decided to use a sob-sit script. It's pretty funny. So let's start this.
All right. No, I'll get one. I just got this. I don't answer questions. No, sir. No.
Now, what's funny here is this whole right to travel thing, which sovereign citizens usually mistake for freedom of movement, but with motorized vehicles, which a moped is, you need a license, and in some states you need a helmet, and I'm guessing California is one of those. But yeah, I think that went over her head.
Hi, how are you? So I was just going to give you a warning, making sure you weren't going to drive too far. But do you have any ID or anything like that? I stopped you for riding your moped without a helmet. So it's illegal to ride a motorized scooter on the street as a vehicle in California without a helmet. So I saw your plate. Are you from Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I get it. There's no helmet laws in Florida, right?
There's no helmet laws.
Do you have any ID or anything like that?
Yeah. Did I commit a crime?
Yeah, you did. I just told you what it was.
That's a crime?
Yeah.
Was there a victim involved?
The state of California. So you're lawfully detained at this point, and I'm demanding an ID from you. Okay?
So I'm detained. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Do you have any ID on you, ma'am?
I can't get off my Vespa right now, so I'm gonna make sure you run it, okay? Make sure everything comes back okay, all right?
So, ma'am, can I have a chance to speak? I was just going to give you a warning and make sure you weren't going to drive too far.
But then you got upset, so you're retaliating, so that's why you're doing this. That's why.
No.
Yes, you got upset because I said I don't answer questions. And so then you retaliated and you turned your lights on so you could pull me over and get more information.
Right.
I get it. So why did you not just give me the warning like you were going to? Because I said I don't answer questions?
I want to make sure you're not driving 10, 20 miles.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's cool. Okay. You got me.
Do you have ID?
I've only had this for 3 days, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have ID?
Obviously, I have ID. I wouldn't be driving if I didn't have ID.
Degen, can you make it full screen?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where it is right now.
That better?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any pockets. It's in some of my stuff. I literally don't know where it is.
Just moved here from Florida. Have I been rude to you at all? No. Okay. Trying to be professional at this point. Okay, so what's your name, man?
Shelly. Yeah, you were being rude. You said you were gonna. This is what happened. You were gonna give me a warning.
Okay.
Then when you proceeded to ask me questions, I didn't answer you, and you got hurt over that, and you retaliated, and so that's why you're doing this.
So here's the thing. I wasn't gonna let you drive your moped on the street again without a helmet. So I was making sure you weren't gonna drive it again. I said, where are you going? Where are you coming from, right? If you said, I'm going here, I'm not gonna drive it again, that would have been fine. Okay? That makes sense? Okay. Because I take a lot of accidents every day. Actually, I just took an accident this afternoon. Someone got hit on a bike. Okay, cool. Well, hang tight. I'll be right back, okay?
What?
To get you out of here, we have a priority call coming out that my partners are going to with their lights and sirens that I have to go to, okay?
Peace out.
All right, good night. Wear a helmet, okay?
I'm going to. Maybe I will. And if I don't, is it a $10 ticket? $10?
Now, as you can see, she's not exactly too swift, and she really didn't follow the full soft sit script, but she had a few key points in there, like right to travel. I don't answer questions, and is there an injured party? But she's all for just not wearing a helmet. It's ridiculous, and her excuse was, "Well, I've only had this moped for 3 days." Yeah, and how does that make it that any different?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
Well, the first day you're out on the bike, you're supposed to have your helmet on, right? I mean, that is the law.
Exactly. And not only that, it's safer, especially in California. You see the way they drive out there?
Where did this take place again?
California. I think she's from Florida, but she's visiting someone in California. Because she did say in there that, or the cop said that there's no law for helmets in Florida, but there is in California.
Huh. I don't know. I've seen worse from the whole subset thing. I mean, she's not that bad, but it's still pretty annoying.
Yeah. You can tell she's not well versed in it.
Yeah. Gary Soflake says Kate's voice has changed.
Yeah.
For anybody getting here late, Kate is taking a little time off. She'll be back next week.
And you're stuck with me for this week.
So what do you got next?
Next, we have everyone's favorite PayPal Patty, who tried to get blue line flag taken down, and they pretty much didn't do anything. So let me cue that up.
I think I heard about this one. I haven't watched Patty in a long time. I heard something about this one.
Oops. Share screen. I'm sorry, bear with me a moment. Why is this not coming up? Application window. Oh, this is annoying.
I'm looking at his channel, but I'm not sure which one it is.
It's the one that's It says Independence, Missouri. You can't record here. Blue Lion Tyrant. I think I might have downloaded it.
Okay. Do you want me to share it, or did you find it?
Let me see. Go to watch later. No, I didn't down. Do you have it? I could download it. It'll take a minute. Or if you have it.
Yeah, I have it. Should I play from the beginning, or is there a particular point where you were planning on starting it?
No, from the beginning, it's fine.
Want the station trooper about a man subject that's hiding.
What's happening, fellas?
Hey, what's up?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, we're about to enter our public space.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a
You
look
got
at
masks?
We're engaged on protected activity.
I don't. I don't. I asked if they have one. I really don't have a mask. If they'll provide one, I'll put it on. I got one.
So,
You have forces to leave about one.
I really don't. If you got one, I'll put it
If you have
on.
forces to wear it, then you're gonna have to provide one, and then we gotta talk about whether we're gonna wear it or not.
well,
Now, I have one, but I don't wear it, so if I enter here without wearing my mask, you're gonna arrest me?
no, we're not gonna arrest you.
Okay.
We're just not gonna let you in without a mask.
Oh, you have to, it's public space. So I'm not creating a disturbance, I'm actually engaged in my constitutionally protected activity. Record whatever I receive from the public, and if you keep me from going in, then you're in violation of my First Amendment. So you've stepped outside your qualified immunity at that point. Come on, man, let you out.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I'll wear a mask if you got one.
Well, we don't have any to provide.
Okay, so I'll do this.
I don't know if that's all right with them. They're the ones that.
I'll keep my shirt like this the whole time.
Okay. And then what's your guys' purpose here?
So, or whatever you see from the public.
News now, fatty.
Protected activity, but my name is Labial, protected.
Taxes?
Yep, that says. Taxes.
I don't think you are.
I just said I'm Texas. What do you mean? I just told you I'm Texas, man.
One more.
Carpenter. I got a mask
One
on.
more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My face is covered.
Okay, that's great.
So is his. His is covered.
That is covered. It's got your face and nose, just like the law says.
Awesome.
Law.
Awesome. What do you got?
And our business here,
What is your business?
our business
Property
here is
tax.
to report whatever we can see from the public.
Okay, so you're not here for,
Constitutionally protected activities.
you're not here for property taxes?
I'm here for property tax. Like I
So you don't
said,
have to be here for property tax, we have business in
Are
there.
you guys residents of Jackson County?
And then we have to be residents because it's.
Well, what do you want to videotape?
Sarge, I got my,
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. What do you want to, well, you know what, here's the thing, is I gotta,
This is a consensual conversation, I'm not having a consensual conversation.
dude,
So you need to give me access into my public plate.
no, I really don't.
This is a public building, Sarge.
Here's an idea. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine, you don't have to.
Okay, but
You don't even have to agree with it.
You
but-
made it a point
Here's
to.
what-
The judge is right here. The
Okay.
judge is watching,
That's
that's
fine.
the judge.
That's fine, I don't have a problem with that. If you got a problem with what I'm doing,
Okay,
get a lawsuit,
can I,
sue me.
can I rewind for a second?
Okay.
Can I rewind for a second? You made
What's
it
that?
a point, to bring up that we need masks, and that's fine. He's got a mask on.
Right, but I'm asking, what's your purpose to come in
Okay, so
here
what's your
with all your
purpose?
video cameras?
What's your purpose to stop us and
Which I know exactly what your purpose is.
you realize.
To
I've been
harass
here
people.
before, You know that, right?
That's good,
I've been here before with the other gentleman that was here.
okay.
This is an historic courthouse. Who wouldn't want to take pictures of this place? Who
Well-
wouldn't? You realize that? It's
But-
a historic courthouse
But you see,
outside the building.
here's the thing is when I first approached.
But I'm saying, you asked me why I want to take pictures. Who wouldn't? That's what I'm saying.
You're not here to take pictures, you're here to video record and
And do what?
essentially cause trouble.
Okay, so you're,
I know,
you're,
you guys know,
you're
you guys
stopping me.
know.
You're stopping me, dude.
We're just gonna walk into our tour.
You
Yeah,
if you
Well,
don't,
there is no tour because
We give ourselves.
none of the historic spaces are open right
okay, the
now.
building.
It's only for taxes.
Is
That's
any
it.
public space open? If it's a tax.
What you're looking at right there, what you're looking at right
That's,
there.
Okay,
that's
that's
how
fine.
they report it. We're not going into
That's
any
fine.
restricted areas or non-access areas anywhere.
I'll even sanitize and then we'll be out of here.
But it's incumbent upon you as a public servant to let us have our forward movement.
It's, you know what, there's a, by constitutional law, you know what, you're kind of like, kind of taking that out of context for Sid.
Hold on. First it's the mask.
Then it's the recording.
Then we have to have a specific thing to access our public places. It's just like walking on a sidewalk unless you're in business hours.
Here's the caveat to your recording.
Okay.
Do not record people's faces.
Do not record that face? Nor that face? That is in public space? Is that what you just told me?
Yeah, but they're also private citizens.
They are private citizens. There's no expectation.
Is this gonna be on the internet?
There's no expectation of privacy in public, sir.
Is this gonna be on
This
the
is going to be
internet?
public.
You need everybody's, names. You have to wait for them to sign so you can put it out in the public.
This is a public space. There's no
You don't want to be on the
expectation
internet, right? I didn't think so.
Did you get the memo that was sent out by the Fusion Center to the county? I got a copy of it.
This nurse right here, she don't want to be on the
Here,
internet.
take my temp.
Any cough, or was the birth difficulty breathing?
No.
Sorry, I was muted again. Jen, do you know what the Fusion Center memo is that he's referring to?
No,
Either. I know some auditors like him are considered like a badge of honor to be on the Fusion Center because of these hijinks that they caused. That might be what he's talking about.
yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, I'm not really sure what he was talking about. Hi, AZ.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, AZ.
100.4, you better take it again, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You have to cover your mouth. Hello.
Go ahead.
99.8. Any cough, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing?
No,
Any fever, abdominal fluid, body aches, chills,
No.
headache, sore throat, loss of taste or smell?
no.
Any
There's
pain,
another
breathing?
thing. You have no right to ask me my HIPAA protected information. You have no right to ask that. You have just
Do your
violated
video,
my
so you quit
rights.
being a pain.
On camera.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain, man.
Okay? And then whenever I try to explain it to you, there's other counties that have the same.
Somebody asked where this is. It's Independence, Missouri.
My rights.
What's that?
You don't have rights. You have duties. You have the people have powers and rights. I have power to have a right to press. That's right.
That's all over.
I can see this. I can see this going right in here, not the other thing. You have no concept of what the blood was that spilled to protect this place. And you're one of the problems that's just letting this happen. And you know what? The sheriff is the highest executive authority of the land in the county of Fairfield. And that's fine. Thank you, appreciate your service. Because, this is a potential conversation.
Did you serve combat
Question
tour?
we ask where we want to. We've got another combat tour you serve.
Don't tell me about rights and about.
Don't tell me about rights, okay? We'll let the judge tell you about rights. Ladies and gentlemen,
Did you mute again?
Yep. Ever since somebody complained about hearing my mouse clicks, I've been paranoid about it.
Oh,
I just wonder if you guys have any comments about what's going on so far. If the cop is wrong, if Patty's wrong, or what's going on here.
no, honestly, I don't think that he's wrong at all.
So all they're trying to do is right now is just get in and start photographing, right? They didn't get to the part of. You said there's a part in here where they get to try to get a blue line flag taken down or something.
Yeah. No, they haven't gotten to that yet.
Let's see if I can skip forward to it just so we
Yeah.
don't have too much dead time here.
That's fine.
No, I will.
So I don't want to hear about all your twisting the Constitution around
I didn't.
to fit your narrative.
What's the narrative?
That's what they always do.
I'd like to hear the narrative. Hey, what happened to the older gentleman that used to be here? Did he retire? He was a good guy. Is he still here?
Okay, Peanut reminded me about the fusion list. Is I think that list is all of the different First Amendment auditors and the channel names they go by and the nicknames they go by. That's what Peanut pointed out. Like Patrick Roth is listed on there, and they list him as Bobby Hill, which is pretty funny. But all the auditors are listed on there, so that's what that fusion list is.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense because later on he talks about that they have some list that they send out to the police stations and city hall and all that when an auditor is coming, and he was demanding to see that list, and there's no list.
Yeah.
Is he here today or no? Oh, he's off? So I'm assuming you don't actually work in this building. They called you in. So he doesn't actually usually work here. They called him in.
Hey, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I had an echo going with my microphone, so I was
Did
just
you get a
checking.
chance to look at the email or the bolo? You didn't? You didn't get to see it? You want a copy of it? I got a copy of it.
No, I'm good. A hidden agenda.
I mean, protect the brothers in blue no matter what, right?
That's a hidden agenda.
At first he starts with the
Whatever
mask.
you think it is.
Well, no, I mean,
What's that?
First he starts with asking him about the mask and complaining about it. Then when he goes inside, there's actually a bigger flag right across from the American flag, and then that's when he really starts getting upset about it.
no, I'm asking
About
you.
that.
I'm asking. Is that what it is?
Well, it's that thin line between good and evil.
And who's the good? Just the police only? The police are the only good ones?
Oh no, there's plenty of good people.
And why are you coloring it, the blue, like the police are the only good people?
Well, because it's that thin blue line that protects the good people from the bad people.
Well, no, from my understanding, the black is the people and the black's the bad, and the blue is the y'all and the blue is the good.
Okay, now you're doing the race thing.
No, I'm not. That's not racist at all. It's
The
not a race
black's
thing.
the bad and the blue's the
No,
good.
the black signifies the people, the blue signifies the police.
No. It's just the blue line signifies,
The police.
yeah.
The blue line signifies a police union that protects its criminals. The federal-
No, it signifies the police that saves good people from bad people.
Advertised copy of the American flag, which is also illegal when they fly the American flag. That's not illegal, but whenever you put up a flag and you fly a flag over a facility that's the blue line flag instead of the American flag, that's actually against the law.
I think this officer wants to slap him.
And whenever there's criminals in the police unions that are in the police departments, the chiefs can't even whenever they're.
There is a very simple solution to all this.
Where did AZ go? Hello, NJ Diver. I didn't even know you were here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Like I said, there's a very simple solution to all this. Punta Gorda, Florida has done it. Overland Park City has done it successfully, even after a court challenge.
Do people in chat still hear the keyboard clicking and mouse clicking? So I'm not doing anything. I'm not sure where you guys are hearing that.
I haven't heard it.
Unless they're just messing with me.
Look at this guy's face. He's like, look at him like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah, this is one of those officers who's just not in the mood for this kind of crap.
Something, chiefs, working hard because the unions protect. It's the blue line police unions that's the problem.
Okay,
Are you a Trump guy?
that's your opinion.
Very simple, you're wearing a face.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Are you a Trump guy, 2020?
You don't need to know my political affiliation.
Are you a Trump guy?
You don't need to know my political affiliation.
Yeah, what does that have to do with an audit?
I don't know. Do I?
I'm asking.
Any
tell me,
little
do I
old
like
thing
it?
he can get
No,
the
you're
officer to
resistant.
trip up
You tell
on.
me, do I like his wristband?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you're a Republican or what.
It doesn't matter what political agenda I have.
Oh, I'm just asking.
Oh, wait, actually, I don't think this is the one that I thought it
I
was.
told you that.
You what? You don't think this is the one?
No. I think I goofed. Oh, you could play this one still because he still complains about the guy's mask.
Already. My political thoughts are none of your business.
I we're just having a conversation, dude. I mean,
Well, I've tried to have conversations with you guys, and it's not consensual. So
I didn't say that. He did. I'm trying to be friendly with you and just talk to you. Seriously.
okay, very good.
So you out on patrol today, or
Yep.
working courthouse duty?
Yeah, I was really just trying to eat my grapes.
Well, they're gonna get hot, so you might as well eat them. You ready?
That's cool.
Refer to me as grapes. All right. Fist bump?
No, not really.
Elbow?
No, we're good.
Oh my God! Don't be that butthurt. Come on.
I'm not butthurt.
Come on. You guys love us. You guys love it, man. All right. Hey, we're leaving. Fist bump. Oh man, I thought Miller would have done.
You just don't know. I can't take it anymore. It's his voice and his way he acts. Just everything about him is just annoying. Any other comments on Patrick Roth?
No.
Other than he's the frauditard, and
Everything.
activist that he has been since day one.
What gets me is he's a dad now. I mean, he travels all over the place, and probably, I can't say this for sure, but it seems to me that he doesn't even really spend any time with his child.
You got to qualify that. He's an absentee dad.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to be kind of nice, but I guess, you could say that.
No, it's the truth, is it not?
Yeah. And he doesn't have a job. He claims this is a job, but no. Sorry, harassing people isn't considered a job.
Well, the very simple way to solve this, unfortunately, it's convoluted because there are so many tens of thousands of local municipalities throughout the United States, is to have each one declare their properties non-public forums.
Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Hey, I wanted to, well, did NJ up here already talk about what a fusion center is? Because I can shed some light on that if he hadn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I haven't mentioned.
So what a fusion center is, so each state has a fusion center, and they're intelligence centers that basically share intelligence information within law enforcement agencies within their respective states, and they also share information from state to state as well too. And generally, they keep up with terrorist activity, to keep up with anti-government people, and so that's why I guess it's considered a badge of honor among some First Amendment auditors, because some of them are anti-government. Not all First Amendment auditors are anti-government, but a lot of them are. So
exactly. Yeah.
All right, so what did I miss? What are we watching now?
We were watching. It wasn't the video that I thought it was. It was Fatty Patty or Bobby Hill. Yeah.
Nice.
I just want to quickly play this. This is the list, the fusion list that Patty was referring to, and the one that CFW found, and the one that Peanut was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys, you're not going to believe what we have. This is Selena. We have the list of First Amendment advocates listing. We got the secret documents.
Pause it a second. That list is at least 2 years old. I've got a copy of it myself, dated probably 2018 something, maybe even 2017. It is not even, I don't think it was ever verified that it came from government. It just suddenly appeared back sometime around Leon Valley, or just before Leon Valley.
You think they made it themselves?
It's a possibility, because it doesn't exactly ring true with like some of the comments. It said Benny, it looks like Bobby Hill. Something like that would not be put on an official document.
no.
Yeah, that part did seem kind of odd to have it in an official document. Yeah.
When it first came out, it was questioned and pretty much ignored, other than the fact that it had some personal information in it.
And
Right? The man of the day is definitely Patrick, because Patrick helped us get it. And you're not going to believe who's on the Selena. Let's wait for some more people to come in.
Oh, wait. Let me put this
Let's wait.
Oh, they're not in order.
Okay, hang on. Put them in order because I don't have anybody in yet.
It's got info.
Oh, is he talking to?
It says like it's crazy, dude.
Or Justin Pulliam?
So
Not wearing a mask.
Okay, you're not going to believe what we have, you guys.
Well, this was pre-COVID. They wouldn't be wearing masks. This was that's like 8 months ago or something like that. No, actually, it was February 10th. I thought it was longer ago than that. Speaking of Selena, where is she anyways? Does anybody know? Ever since they had the baby, Patty's been on the road and we haven't seen hide nor hair of her.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think there's been any artists with her. But yet
Yeah.
he doesn't.
I'm waiting
Need,
for the day. I'm just waiting for the day where she
Everybody.
brings the baby with her.
oh my God.
NJ, somebody in chat said that the original documents are on Fan Club.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's not my part, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I have a copy of it myself, and I never really believed it when I see some of the remarks that are in there.
I'll just play a little bit of this until I get to that part.
Well, I wouldn't
Wow.
think that kind of list necessarily.
You are not
be
going to believe this.
public
Hit that
information,
like
especially if
button.
it's got people's personal information on it. But
I guess I ran out of notifications. You got it. Sounds like Bobby Hill.
Yeah, see, they for this, I probably shouldn't play this with his address. It says it sounds and looks like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill cartoon on official document. That's kind of suspect.
Yeah, I don't.
This is what the city the city of Rockwall is saying about us, guys.
So this is
is
the
how I
advocate
feel.
list, you guys. Hit that like button so everybody can see.
People are gonna say that. Oh, that's just the Leon Valley.
That's the quote unquote fusion list I think that he was referring to before, anyways. So, what did you have planned next, Degen?
Next, I was gonna actually do our very own AZ's video she did on the in order.
That video had me dying the other night. I was just randomly watching it, and I totally didn't expect anybody to say, "Your mom," when he throws it. I love it. I just love it. It's so funny. Definitely play it, please. I think everybody get a kick out of it. I usually don't laugh, like, with auditors. They just make me, I laugh at them, but this guy actually made me laugh.
Yeah, it was funny.
well, he pulled a your mom joke.
Oh, a couple of them.
A couple
Yeah,
of them.
he was pretty funny.
Yeah, he said it a few times. It's a really short video, too. It's not even long.
If I may interrupt real quick, Texas Wolfman just confirmed that. I guess it is official. It did come out, Leon Valley document dump. Lawsuit. I still, to me, it's still highly questionable.
Yeah, especially the sound like Bobby Hill from the King of the Hill show or cartoon show. I don't think they would put that in there.
You guys, I just want to say this before you play the video.
Mm-hmm.
Kate has a whole new setup. Someone came by and hooked it up. Big things popping in the future. It's going to look really good on Tuesday. So just working hard and getting everything looking nice and going to be doing great things here in Masshole Report. So I know
Is
everybody.
she moving it back? Is she moving it back to Tuesdays from Thursdays?
Yeah, she said. I don't know. She said she was coming back on Tuesday. Probably just restart everything. I don't know if it's going to be like that going forward, but.
Oh, okay.
It will be.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's
pretty
awesome.
Cool. Pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Everyone's gonna love it.
Big things coming from Masshole Report.
Oh yeah.
Dejan, are you sharing this video, or am I supposed to be finding it?
Oh, I had this one while we
All
were
right.
watching it. I downloaded the ones that I was looking for. Let's see, First Amendment.
I know everybody misses Kate, but she'll be back. Don't worry. No, I'm not Canadian. Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm no substitute for Kate.
You sound nothing like Canadian, AZ.
No, there's a word I say that sounds Canadian. I can't even think of it off the top of my head right now. But about I say about Canadian sometimes. So I know where that's coming from. I hear that frequently, actually. But no, I'm not Canadian.
You got one of the thickest, Massachusetts accents I've ever heard. So.
Yeah, when I get angry, it gets really bad. And I think that's kind of the consensus with everybody who lives in Massachusetts. When you get mad, like your accent gets worse. It's weird.
Sergeant Doofy has a pretty thick Massachusetts. Yeah.
He does.
All right, my bad. My cocksucking ass fucking fell asleep.
Fucking Doofy, you you're yes, Doofy.
I was like, what the
Let's go ahead.
You're right, G Rob. Kate is in Brian's basement. Brian's wife gives me updates here and there if like Kate's still alive. She's definitely still alive. He gave her some cheese today and a bologna sandwich yesterday. Kate's gonna be just fine, guys. All right, I'm working on a plan to get her out of Brian's basement. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. All right. Just want to clear that up. You know, people are worried. Brian's a creep. Speaking of Brian, real quick, can I just say something, dude? Brian, with his whole ceasefire, okay? Oh, I'm going to be the better man, and I'm going to end this war. Bro, you were the only one in the war. You were the one that showed up at someone's house. Like, literally, nobody even, like, did anything to you. People who are calling your work have no direct reflection on Masshole Report, so get over yourself. You're not bigger than anybody. If you were a big man, you would say, sorry for showing up at your house. That was stupid. That's what a big man would do. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
AC, you're a little behind the times. There's been at least 2 live streams in the last couple of hours, one by Golden Eyes and another by Sancho, going over that 10th man live stream from really early this morning. He stuck his foot in his mouth.
Really? Can you just elaborate on
that?
that? Yeah, I did miss that. So can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah, he, Jeff, NC the Tyrant Hunter, came on to News New England's live stream, I guess yesterday or earlier last night, and had words with him, and didn't really say anything bad, and left. And then I guess there were other things done and said, and then 10th Man this morning and others were discussing it on 10th Man's stream and panel, and he came on and did nothing but badmouth everybody there.
Oh
if I could just interrupt for a second, thank you, Schrodinger's cat, for the $2 super chat. It's really appreciated. And if you guys aren't subbed to Schrodinger's cat, then you should. It's got good content. And also, one came in from Virgo Triad, $2. Thank you, Virgo.
In fact, I left Sancho's panel to come here.
Oh,
For AZ, maybe I'll just play this little quick before we get to your thing, Degen, if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is just to give you an update on what happened today.
Thanks.
I hope it's okay. NJ, do you think it's okay for me to share this from 10th Man?
It's been shared all over the place.
Yeah, that's true.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. I missed that, so I'd like to see it.
Hold on, sir.
This is the problem right here. Y'all come over here and lie to each other.
I wasn't.
And then you come on the mine and you kiss up.
Hold on.
Well, you can kiss off then.
Hey, Brian, listen. Hang on, Tim.
No.
I wasn't kissing on nothing. You know what you can do? You know what you can do?
I'm so
you
sorry.
can get the fuck out of here and suck my dick. That's what you can do, you nutty motherfucker. Get the fuck off the goddamn panel, you piece of shit. You ain't worth a fucking shit, man. I'm telling you, I ain't said nothing about you yet, but I will. I will start doing it now. You guarantee your ass on that.
And then you come over here and you run.
Come over here. I ain't kissed nobody's ass. Ain't nobody kissing nobody's ass. I don't do that. I don't kiss ass. I don't kiss ass. I don't give a damn whose ass it is. I don't even kiss my wife's ass. So that ain't happening. That is not happening, because you can carry that stuff back to your channel, because I don't do that. You can, hey, I don't do that. You can carry the shit back to your channel.
Right.
Yeah, feel better now.
Your career's already over. You're done. I'm never gonna stop talking about you.
Oh, who gives a fuck? You got 600 people listening to your people. You got 600 people listening to your friggin' lies. Who gives a fuck about you? Dude, nobody gives a fuck about you.
This is what happens. Remember, you told
me.
Lots
of people talk about you.
I warned you, dude.
You're a fucking nothing. You're a fucking nobody.
Remember when you held up the Constitution?
Yeah,
you said, that's the only thing that matters?
Is this the same guy that was in St. John's and Brothers across the road to the church?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'll let my buddy know that's where you live now. Thanks.
So this is how it works.
So this is where you live now. Thanks.
You held up the Constitution, and you said, so long as it's not in there, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, so you tell me which one of you sons of bitches is going to tell me that feelings is more important.
No,
And Teresa comes on and lays into him, which is really great.
Right.
No,
I'm going to show you how your feelings don't matter.
New York, North Carolina. North Carolina. Tell me.
I'm going to haunt you into the afterlife.
Yes. And I'll haunt you right up to New Brunswick, right up to freaking St. John, right up across the road from the church, right at apartment number 2.
You say,
also,
retard.
Asshole.
No one is scared of you,
Right,
Brian.
asshole.
No one.
I'm the troll king, bitch boy.
Shut up.
Or what? Or what, Brian? What are you going to do?
I'm
You're going to come creepy stalk
You
me
are
at my
nothing.
house? You're going to come creepy stalk us at our house to scare us? Is that what you'll do?
No, I'll do
Is that what you'll do?
He only goes to women's houses.
I will go.
Oh, only
If
women's
I knew your
houses. I
address,
see.
I'd be
I
at your
see.
address next
1005
Hey,
East
my-
7th.
Yeah.
My address is
1005
262
East
Coach
7th
Road,
Street.
Linden, North
gives a
Carolina.
sweet shit. Well, I'm not going to go to North Carolina just to see a fucking nobody. So
Yeah, okay, nobody.
yeah, you nobody. You fucking
Okay.
come to
I'm
my
nobody.
freaking house.
I tried to make amends. That's what I tried to do. I don't like to make enemies, but you got one now, Big Daddy. You got one now. You done exactly what I thought you was gonna do. You done exactly what I thought you was gonna do.
Yeah, I told you, Jeff. I told you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly
You
what I
can
thought you was
kiss
gonna
my
do.
ass. You can
Exactly.
kiss my fucking
What a
ass.
pussy.
Yeah. See, why don't you
Such a
come? You said
pussy.
you won't come to North Carolina, but you'll go to Wisconsin.
Kiss my fucking ass.
Is that right? Is
He
that
had
right,
to
Brian?
declare a
Nothing but a
ceasefire
bunch
the
of
other
fucking
day.
idiots.
He had to declare a
Yeah.
ceasefire the other day because he is
Yeah.
completely useless and no one's scared of him.
No, you
So,
guys are over
know.
here talking shit about me.
Oh, well, I
When
thought you
freaking-
didn't
when-
care.
And I
I thought
still
you
never
decided
talked
you
shit.
didn't care.
No.
I thought you made a big ceasefire the other day and
I
said you
did. I
didn't care
made a
what people
ceasefire.
said. So
And
why
I'm
don't you
still
just
in-
walk
I'm
right
not in
off?
a ceasefire. I am telling these guys who are over here running their mouths about me.
They don't care.
They
They
kiss
don't
my
care what you
ass.
think.
Everybody,
Brian.
I need to
Nobody here
respond.
gives two
I
fucks.
don't give a
I
sweet
need
And
to
I
fuck.
respond.
still ain't
I
said
don't
nothing
give
bad.
a
See, that's the
sweet
thing.
shit.
I
Guys,
still
guys,
ain't
please.
said.
Then he rage quits. So that's what happened today.
Are you serious right now? This guy is out of his mind. He's out of
I
his
can't
mind.
even believe he can speak.
He spent like days in a row, hours on end on each live stream talking about how like this is getting out of hand, people are doxing people, it's not right. You know, him and Masshole's wife, you know, the noble queen of his freaking channel now, spent hours talking about that. Then at the end of the 6 hours, what does she do? I go on, I talk to her. We have about a productive conversation as the one you just saw, which is not productive at all. And she doxes my city, talks about my child. That was his inspiration for the ceasefire. So that right there will tell you something. You know what I mean? These people, like, he's nothing without these arguments. He cannot hold the channel on his own. He's looking for the drama because he just wants the views. He's a fat Jabba Hutt, and he is just like a bipolar mess. And I can't stand him. I really cannot. He needs to just shut up. Just shut up. If you want to do a ceasefire, then just shut up.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't last, and a good way you can see how this is affecting him is after he did the ceasefire, for the next day or so, he couldn't get more than 30 people in his chat.
Yep, and he knows
Yep.
that, and this is exactly why he keeps this going. Like, and anybody that can't see that is stupid, okay? Because let's face it, he has like an auditing thing going on, but he doesn't audit because he has a walker. I saw him with my own 2 eyes when he showed up to Kate's house. He moves like a snail. I mean, the man, you're gonna fuck around, catch a heart attack, Brian. Just stop it. You're too old and disabled to be getting this wound up and causing all these arguments. Just go back to your little world, you know. Sweating Josh Abrams' big titties and just get over it. Just stop talking, really. You're gonna hurt yourself. You really are.
I still stand behind that his wife gave him an ultimatum, and that's why he did
Absolutely.
the ceasefire.
Yeah,
Do you want to skip to that one?
Yeah, that's fine. Sure, go ahead.
I'll tell you what, I love Teresa. Teresa is such a savage because she
Oh,
just
she
put
is,
there,
yeah.
and she was like, she just rattled off her address and she was like, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah.
No, he can go there too. He will. He will. He has nothing better to do. He'll go there. He'll go there and sit across her street and antagonize. And then when somebody shows up to talk to him, she comes outside. He'll run away with his little walker like he did at Kate's house. He's a pathetic old man. He really is. Just shut up, Brian. Shut up.
And what was funny, did you see when I think about 4 times No Name came in saying how pissed he was at Brian for doing this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was classic.
I'm gonna be the bigger person and just, stop this war right now and just, and then like 3 hours later, here we are again. It's like, just come on. No Name, yeah, No Name called live from his car, where he lives. Poor thing. He just wants to keep the fight going too because he's another one. Just that's the only way he's gonna get the views. So.
But he took the task of trying to keep Josh's channel up, but he hasn't even done anything at all.
I pray to God that somebody plays the letter that Kate wrote and had the British lady read to Josh Abrams over the jail phones. Like, I pray to God that happens. Like, I already started working on Josh Abrams' Christmas card. Wait till you guys see that. I sent them one last year of hot tow truck girl and her new boyfriend. It was her boyfriend at the time or whatever. And sent them, and it was his girlfriend sitting on her new boyfriend's lap, and I was like, "Happy holidays." You know, that must have ate him up. He'll get what's coming. I mean, he's in jail, so you know, Jabba Hutt is fat and he's miserable, and Josh Abrams is in jail, and we're over here bettering the channel, getting a better setup. So good luck with that, Brian.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It sucks to suck, guys. It sucks to suck.
Our dearest snitch tits. As we write this letter, 2 weeks have passed since the onset of your incarceration. We are pleased to inform you that, despite your best efforts before you reported for lockup, our predictions are so far coming to fruition. William Blair has done a tremendously terrible job on the upkeep of your channel, as he has not uploaded so much as one piece of content, instead electing to play little boy games with Brian Sessions. You truly picked wisely there. You have regrettably not been the topic of any conversation, as Brian has crowned himself the new king of fuck as it were, effectively usurping your title as the most obnoxious moron on YouTube. Your channel has received only approximately 89,000 views in the past 15 days, marking the inevitable decline into obscurity we had projected for you. We do hope this news finds you well, as our dear and highly esteemed friend Gary Snowflake has produced several videos, alleging you are now the recipient of daily chocolate love in prison, what we assume to be a euphemism for non-consensual anal copulation. Hopefully this is not the case, or at the very least, we do pray that it is consensual. To revisit the topic of William Blair, we are pleased to inform you that he made the most cringeworthy video imaginable on the eve of your first day locked up safely behind bars. We don't mean to bore you, our sweet ample-bosomed Joshua, so we will spare you the particulars of William's truly terrible representation of you. Let's just say that he admitted to oversleeping rather than attend your last few moments as a free man, and he really labored himself attempting to fake tears. Rest assured, it was glorious and hilariously cringe. Of course we edited it up to mock him, and we are thrilled to report our version received more views than the original. Our commenters wish nothing but the worst for you and your sphincter, as I am sure you anticipated. Anyway, Joshua, we do hope that prison is treating you well. May your backside remain unpenetrated unless you get too lonely. May your belly be full of mystery meat and ramen noodle packets, and may your mouth never write checks that your frail and doughy soft body simply cannot cash. Fret not, sweet Joshua. We will continue to write to you monthly, accurately and lovingly detailing your YouTube channel's descent into oblivion. Signed with our deepest affections, your friends at the Masshole Report.
Have you guys ever heard of a more eloquent way of saying sphincter? Sphincter, your sphincter.
Well, it's very touching.
I know, right?
But last time I remember you saying to me, put it on.
We had a few super chats. Billy Sanders, thank you for the 5. David Dewell, thank you for the 20. And Tice Mahoney, thank you for the 10.
Oh, it says we need to check Gary Snowflake's new video out, which I'm sure is epic because, oh, thanks for subbing to me, guys. I appreciate it. Lord knows I don't really have many subscribers, so thank you.
You want to move forward to your next video, Degen?
Yeah.
So what do you have?
We have AZ's funny First Amendment auditor.
Oh,
arrest.
that's right. That's right. Okay.
The sad part is I don't even know who this auditor is. I have no idea who he is. I wish I did, because he looks like a character.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you even know he is an auditor?
The video I watched said he was an auditor. It was like First Amendment auditor from last week, whatever. But I need to take out my laptop and figure out where I was when I saw that, so I could figure out his name. So it was kind of auditor. I mean, I don't know. So he must be. All right, you guys. I usually don't find much humor in First Amendment auditors other than, when I'm laughing at them, but this dude right here threw out a couple of your moms, like 1990 style your mom kind of jokes, and it's pretty funny because when he's getting thrown in the cruiser, he just says something just so funny. I don't even know how this officer didn't laugh, but I swear that it is so thug life that Tupac himself is probably smiling down. Take a look.
You didn't say so. Guess what? You're not detained. You're under arrest. Good. Your mom keep horrendous. Well, your dietary habits are not our concern. Your mom. Not her. Mom.
I was seeing this video.
Roll or stand up. This is coward behavior. You are a coward. You're the epitome of a coward. We gotta transfer. You gotta transfer. Hey, hold on a second. You don't make the rules. I guess you do. Yep. I slowed them down in their job again. Because they wanted to serve me papers, and I didn't stay till I get triggered. Hey, you have to tell them why I'm getting arrested. I don't have to tell anybody anything. Don't you want to get arrested? Fuck you, the rule. Why don't you go back to your own county? I didn't even live here. That's where I was headed. You're gonna make this obstruct. Get in the car. Don't push me. Get in the car. I will, but don't fucking push me in the car. Shit. Clutch your leg before it gets hit in the door. I'm trying. I have a disability. No, you don't. I've seen you sprint across the thing. Get in the car. I didn't sprint. I lived, you fuck. Get in the car. My mom gets in the car with me. My mom gets in the car with me.
Call me childish, but I am never above a good your mom dig.
Yeah.
The best part about that is he looks right at him when he says it. He's like, wait till your mom gets in the car with me. Looks him right in the eye. Epic.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
Yeah, so I had sent that. I'm assuming you got it from Real World Police. That's you know where you got it from, AZ?
I mean, it might be. Like I said, I have to go through my laptop and look up the history of what I was looking at.
So
it might be.
So that's a part 2 of actually. There's another video of another. So it was 2 auditors, and they were auditing outside of a courthouse.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they ended up splitting off and running away. And that second guy there, they were trying to serve him trespass papers, and he ran away. So,
Right.
so
And
they
did you
chased
guys
after him and
notice,
arrested him.
too, the cop that was doing the arresting and that brought him to the car had Josh Abrams tattoos on his, excuse me, Josh Abrams probably stole his tattoos from him. Literally, he had "We the People" on one arm and the flag on the other, exactly like Abrams tattoos. Exactly.
Yeah, that guy, I believe I thought he said he was a veteran or something like that. I can't remember. So.
Oh, well, that's a good lead in to my next video.
Oh.
I was thinking too, real quick. I was thinking when Josh is in jail right now, people are going to look at his arms and think he is a cop. You know what I mean? That's going to go over well for him in prison.
Yeah, really.
So for the next one, we have blind justice, or it said blind veteran, we'll put that in quotes, punished for appealing judge's sentence. So from what I heard, the little I heard about this is he was rearrested again or something, or he was given house arrest again.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Let's see. It's share audio.
Kangaroo Court update. The corruption continues. Appeal filed. Judge threatened attorney with contempt for pointing out the judge's crime. On Wednesday, October 28, 2020, Mike's attorney went out to the Rockingham County Judicial Center and filed the appeal. The prosecution called for an appeal bond hearing and set it for 12:15 that same day. Judge Freeman and the DA wanted Mike present for the hearing just hours after the appeal was filed. Mike's lawyer argued that demanding Mike's presence the same day is yet another violation of due process. The judge threatened Mike's lawyer with contempt for pointing out the judge's crime. Freeman set the bond for $50,000 and house arrest and cited the fact that Mike has made videos on YouTube about him. The judge punished Mike for appealing his decision and for exposing the judge's crimes on the internet. A harsher punishment than the sentence from the trial, which was 12 months probation, 10 days community service, written apology letters, and no jail time. So now Mike is on house arrest again, and they're still holding the $50,000. A major violation of the 5th and 14th Amendments in due process. This seems to be par for the course at the Rockingham County Judicial Center. Judges Grogan and Freeman seem to have no regard for the law, objectivity, or justice. The Fifth Amendment isn't just to protect you from going to trial for the same thing twice. It's to protect you from being punished for the same thing twice. So please hear
Wait a minute,
this.
can you
This
pause
is
that
a
for a second?
greater punishment than the sentence that the judge put. Just
Now, what she said about the Fifth Amendment, that's in the Fifth Amendment that you have the right to remain silent.
So there's two parts to the Fifth Amendment. So it's your right to remain silent, and I believe it also has the double jeopardy clause, which means you can't be charged for the same offense, or you can't be taken to trial for the same offense twice. So, like, let's say you murder somebody and you're acquitted of that murder, even if there's like new evidence or something later, you can't necessarily be retried for that same murder. So, so there's two clauses to the Fifth Amendment.
But I don't think that would be, if you appeal.
It doesn't apply. No, it doesn't apply to this because this is a whole separate separate issue.
Yeah, it's the 14th Amendment due process.
Yeah.
Mike Taylor, why are you here? We're not allowed to talk in your stream. Guess what? There's a substitute teacher today, so see you later. Jerk.
Substitute teacher.
I get to act up when there's a substitute teacher. See you, Mike. No, it's like annoying. You come here and talk. We can't go to your stream and talk. And your friends are on live or whatever. So see you later. Get out of here.
And now her sorry.
That's all. Go ahead.
Now her comment about it not being lawful or whatever to have a proceeding the same day. There's no law against that, is there?
No. Well, and also somebody in the comments pointed out it's not about the original offense. It's about contempt of court, which is a whole separate offense. So.
And from what I know, he hasn't written the letter of apology to the police yet.
There you go. There you go. That's a simple explanation of the Fifth Amendment right there.
And I would love to get my hands on a copy of that apology letter that he has to write to the police officer.
Me too. I'd love to see that.
being punished for the same thing twice. And so please hear this. This is a greater punishment than the sentence that the judge rendered back on the 23rd. So this is a more severe punishment than the sentence. Initially, when the bond was implemented on the 6th, when they set that up, the attorney and multiple attorneys I talked to after that said the judge can't do this. He can't hold him in jail because this is not a jailable offense. In North Carolina, the bracket that Mike would fall into for this class 2 misdemeanor with no priors would be no jail time. And so they can't keep him in jail. And yet they did. He spent a total of 20 days incarcerated. 20 days between the jail, the maximum security prison, and house arrest since this ordeal began. And now they're continuing this punishment. He's still under house arrest again. So the punishment now that has been implemented for Mike appealing the judge's rule is that he's under house arrest.
And if I remember hearing someone correctly, I can't remember who said this, but I think in North Carolina, the appeal process is actually automatic. So that wouldn't make sense that the judge is punishing him for appealing. Is anyone here from North Carolina that could chime in on that?
The appeal process for what? Just for a sentence or something, or what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, the only thing I know that there's automatic appeals for are, capital offenses. I don't think for misdemeanor or even regular felony convictions there's appeals as far as sentencing goes. Now, obviously somebody could appeal the sentence with their lawyer or whatever, but there's not like an automatic appeal, I don't think. Now there may be something I'm not aware of because again I'm not from North Carolina. I don't know the laws there, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That's what I heard, but I thought I'd throw it out there in case there's anyone here from North Carolina that could chime in. But I don't see anything.
Let me read you something because this is important. All right, you can look at North Carolina versus Pierce. So due process prohibits a judge from increasing sentence on retrial to discourage appeal. So due process of law then requires that vindictiveness against a defendant for having successfully attacked his first conviction must play no part in the sentence he receives after a new trial. And since the fear of such vindictiveness may unconstitutionally deter a defendant's exercise of the right to appeal or collaterally attack his first conviction, due process also requires that a defendant be freed of apprehension of such a retaliatory motivation on the part of the sentencing judge.
So
the theory of double jeopardy is that a person needs.
So what she's talking about, and there is such a thing as that. Now, usually, when you're talking about vindictive, it's usually talking about vindictive or malicious prosecution. I'm guessing you could apply that maybe to a judge or something, but you have to prove that though, and it's very hard to prove that a judge or a prosecutor is being malicious towards you. So it's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, and of course they're going to say that because they're what I call professional victims. Everything against them is, wrong or unlawful or retaliation when it's not. If he didn't do his crap in the first place, they wouldn't be there right now. And his wife's not too swift either.
Okay, so I was looking up the appeals in North Carolina, and it doesn't say anything about automatic appeals. It just says you can file for an appeal.
Hey, Pat, did you see Life Giant? He was going to try to come up here and talk about this. He said he had something.
Yeah, I thought he said he wanted to come on towards the end. I don't see him down there.
Okay. Well, he said he got booted in the comments. He said he got booted off backstage. He was backstage, so I don't know what happened.
Which guy?
Life Giant.
Oh, Life Giant. Yeah, have him come on. He's awesome. You guys will like him.
Here, Life Giant, try again. Come up if you can.
Life Giant, come back. Don't leave me.
Come towards the light.
He's the one that helped Kate redo the studio and fix everything and set everything up. So he's a professional.
All right, want to continue this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to come up right away. So that's why I paused. Okay.
You run the gauntlet only once. The gauntlet is the risk of the range of punishment which the state or federal government imposes for that particular conduct. There's a story later on there in this case law where the defendant was sentenced to a year in jail and a $200 fine. However, the maximum allowable sentence for that, a year in jail or a $200 fine. Well, the man was in jail and he paid the $200 fine. So they appealed that. They did a habeas corpus and had him removed immediately. So you can't punish someone twice for the same thing, right? Well, in our situation, Mike has already been punished. He was already punished. And then he was sentenced to be punished more. And then when he appealed that, he got a greater punishment than the sentence. This is illegal.
That's not what happened. He got a separate contempt of court charge from what was being said that his lawyer kind of help facilitate. So it's not double jeopardy.
Here's what Peanut said. After a bench trial in North Carolina, found guilty, 1 appeals, and then it goes to Superior Court for trial.
Hey, Pat, can you put the StreamYard link in there for Lifetime if you haven't already?
And the jail time he got was for not showing up. Is he coming up? All right, well, I'll just play it. Let me know when he comes up.
It seems that they're lumping this all together, and it is more than one crime.
And so say that again. I missed it.
She's lumping the sentences together as if they were all against the same crime.
Mm-hmm.
He's been charged with 2 different crimes. It was the original crime that he failed to appear for, and then he has also the failure to appear crime.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, the professional victims, everyone is always against them.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm hearing. Pat, it's my fault. I'm sorry because I'm my regular government name when I come up on this show, so it's my fault. Go ahead, guys. So let's roll, and I'll kick in.
5th and the 14th Amendments. This is not due process. This is cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh, God.
This must be stopped. We shall see if there are checks and balances in the system and if there is any justice to be found.
Oh, by the way, back in 1997, the Judicial Standards Commission recommended removal of a district court judge from office for, among other things, improperly raising defendant's bond in response to appeal.
Interestingly enough, how does that apply here? The bond was set well before the appeal.
All right, so I was doing writing notes and doing 6 things, and Daisy, how you doing? Maddie, how you doing? Pat, thank you.
Good.
DJ and everybody, I appreciate it. I was going a little nuts there because what she's doing is she's scrambling the actual interpretation of what is happening with him right now. And I just, so that I don't talk out of turn, I just want to make sure that I'm completely clear. This entire situation stems from failure to appear for a violation. That violation has not been completely cleared yet, correct?
Correct.
Right.
So they sentenced him for it, yeah.
So here's where the whole thing goes wrong. He's not in jail. He's on bail because he is been assessed on a risk level that because he got arrested for failing to not appear because he refused to go in without the GoPro and everything, which that argument can be made as far as, yes, he was there. He didn't fail to appear. He failed to cooperate. But that I think we're splitting hairs there. The bottom line is that she's interpreting it like being inside of a room with bars on it is jail. That's not it. He hasn't been sentenced to jail. What's happened is he's been remanded because he has such a high risk of not adhering to his basic instructions with his lawyer. And let me tell you something. I've been in over 1,000 major court cases. What she's talking about with this bond hearing didn't go down like that. You don't go into court, ask for a bond hearing, and then the judge whips you right out. It's, first of all, it's 2 separate courts. The Superior Court handles what are called bond reduction hearings. That judge gave him a $50,000 bond. I think that he gave it to him personally. I think it was excessive, but I think it was because he was trying to prove a point that he was not screwing around. But it is absolutely within his authority to give him a bond of that magnitude based on the public record that less than 24 months ago, by his information that he put out in the public, where the public can read it, and it's public information, free to read by us citizens, he put $125,000 down and bought a piece of property, cash money. Now, any logical thinking person would say, if you break open the piggy bank to buy real estate and you have 125,000, you don't just put it all down and then have nothing left. So any reasonable person would assume that he had that paid for the house, and he still has a revenue that generates that kind of liquid assets, because right now that's at least 5 to 8 times what the remedial income of any American family has in savings right now. So he's literally way above what normal people would have in cash savings to buy a house. And to do that, you have to think, just like anything you do, you don't spend all your money on the item. You have money to live for a few months, and you have money coming in. That's how you saved it. You know what I mean? He claims that he has no income. That just doesn't fly with me. No one's ever going to convince me of that. I get it. I don't care. It's capitalism. It's great. I'm glad that he makes money. Believe me, I don't want to see him not make money. But let's not play a game with it. He makes money. He makes decent money. To say he doesn't make any money, that money didn't fall out of the sky. So the judge saw that he had the ability, well within his means, and quickly, because if he owns that house, not just equity of 125, he's actually got the title to that house with no lien. You can go to a bail bondsman, or you can go to many resources and quickly get the money to put up $50,000 bond. But what it does is, and again, I won't take a side on this. I think that it's probably a lot of money for what is going on in this situation. But what it did do, and I think we can all agree on this, it snapped his neck back into how serious the judge is. And in my, just again, this is my opinion, but if you're pushing an envelope on something and you're dealing with any kind of entity, whether it be the government entity or a business or anything where they're going to be able to take possession of your capital or your assets or things that you have, and you have no real power to get that back from them. Like, he can't just go into court and take it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they have it. So he's really at the mercy of the court. I'm not saying that's fair. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what it is. And I'm not saying he should break his principles, but there has to come a point where this crosses a line of any logical thinking. And to be as composed as she is, as composed as he was when he came home, because I watched this whole homecoming video, and I now have this little thing that I do. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, he's always drinking something when they're on live stream, and she doesn't realize she does it. She constantly moves it because it's like she doesn't like where it's at. And it's uncanny that he knows right where to pick it up every time. I hate saying that. I feel like an asshole. But
no, you're pointing out the truth. And also, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, please.
And he looks directly at the screen.
Right. Do you ever, like, you can see, you guys all like understand this enough. Like, it's not like he's looking in the direction of the screen. That room was like, DJ, was that room like pitch black? Like, you could, like, she even said, move into the light. No one can see you. Right. If he can't see it all, it's like there's nothing there for him. How does he know to move exactly 7 inches to be in the light? You know what I mean? Like, don't you think he would say, like, is this good? Is this okay? Like, I mean, I have vision, and I'm constantly asking my wife if I'm in the right spot or doing the right thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it just screams bloody murder. But the whole thing with that bond hearing, how she was trying to say that he's being held in jail. He's not. They're two separate things. And I'm not trying to say that it's in its totality there isn't some flaws in the legal system, but either they're going to argue a legal system, or you're going to argue that you've got a judge that's doing something that's against, and when you say against the law, you better be really clear on that. And this is the biggest point I wanted to make tonight, and something that really is, I've seen very clearly in the last week or two. I think that there is a very focused energy and anger towards police who enforce laws that they don't write, they don't control, they don't have any power over, but they're charged with basically the very point of contact with the absolute most important role, which is to completely, without question, make sure that that law is upheld. And usually the argument is about the law. Everyone's arguing, I can photograph here. And it's, you know what I mean? I think that there's, not to make that point's not a good point, but there has to be, in talking to a very good citizen the other night, he and I got along to like 3:30 in the morning or something, and he and I thought kind of like on the same pattern. Like, he fights things on a level where the laws are enacted. He tries to change things so that it's different in real life. I feel like these guys are just fighting in this circular cycle type pattern that all they do is get aggravated, get everybody else, all their subs all revved up, and then they go at the cops with a predisposed outcome that we all know is going to happen. And they all have bulletins. This has been going on for a long time. And basically the key word is just be conscious of not having a heated or a incidental or just a lack of judgment viral moment today. Obviously that means that everybody in the world's got cell phones, not just auditors. Everything that you do, I mean, don't even act like a jag when you're in line at Burger King. You know what I mean? Who knows? Somebody could be filming you from behind. Just act professional, because you don't want to wind up on YouTube. Right?
The internet is forever. That's correct.
And so,
hey guys, due to like all this Halloween sugar highness, my kid is awake right now. And I kind of gotta go, but maybe I'll come back if you guys are still on in a little bit. But I just wanted to say bye. I don't want to hop off and just leave. So
I appreciate it.
All right, Daisy.
Yep,
See you,
thank
Daisy.
you guys. I'll probably be back on a little bit, but good night, everybody. Take care.
All
Good night, Daisy. Thanks for joining us.
Easy. So,
Hey, Life Giant, a few people asked in the chat who you are and if you're an attorney or a judge.
All right.
I don't know if you want to give.
Yeah. So here's my thing, and I apologize for confusing everybody, because my company is Life Giant Media, and my actual verified AKA artist name is Life Giant. That's where that comes from. My name you'll see like on my account wherever it is there, and it's public. I don't care. But I'm a media production company, but I do have in a former life, I do have I wasn't an attorney, but let's just say that I have probably a stronger than most people's understanding and knowledge and experience with the legal system and I'll tell you right now, I have no skeletons in my closet from both sides of that stance. I mean, I've been defendants, and I've also reported for years, as a human interest reporter. I've been in courtrooms. I've been on major cases. I've been on misdemeanors. I started a foundation to try to educate inner city kids on how the court system works, because I feel like a lot of kids get terrified of court, and your first failure to appear starts this cascade that ruins a kid's life, and it's tragic, and I think that it could be avoided. And I also think that there's people that are just prone to just hating authority, and again, it goes back to like, if
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like the weird situation that, because I live in Massachusetts, and if anybody doesn't know, some people in the registry did some shady things, and one of the byproducts of that was that like 15 years of people paying their tickets just got thrown into this back room. Well, they found this all out, and so they updated like I don't know, 40, 50,000 people's accounts, their licenses in Massachusetts, and everybody got license suspensions because the laws are so strict. If you get like 2 speeding tickets in a year, 3 speeding tickets in a year, you get suspended. Well, if you got 3 tickets in 10 years, but they, all dug them out of this back room like one day and paid everything, you get, in Massachusetts, you get tagged from the date it gets entered in the computer. So Massachusetts came out, the whoever's in charge of the Registry of Motor Vehicles made a public statement in Massachusetts and said, there is no law that says we are required to pay to input the information in a specific time fashion. That to me is outrageous. This violated so many people's right to be able to drive and their livelihoods. And the police that stop them are in between a rock and a hard place. The registry says their license is suspended, and how they can't prove right then and there that they're one of the peoples that are victim of this. So they're going to accumulate either a summons or they're going to get arrested. Most of the time in Mass, it's an arrest. So they're going to get an arrest for driving with a suspended license. That's an erroneous thing, because you have to go through this lengthy appellate process, and you have to go before, in Massachusetts, because we're a Commonwealth, they do a few things different. One of them is that the registry handles all of their legal stuff in a really unique way. Like your license reinstatement is a fee of $100 to $1,000, and it's a random amount picked by a reinstatement. Used to be a reinstatement state police officer. Now it's just a person that does that job. But they literally look at you, look at your driving record, and they make a personal decision based on, in my opinion, if they think that you can afford it and the time of day. And I can't, listen, we live in an imperfect world. If I was going to say that your ethnicity didn't matter, and that's for everybody, if that person happens to be of, one ethnicity and I go in, I bet you that I would get $1,000 reinstatement. I'm almost sure of it. And the same goes the other way. If you've got some person in there that is, obviously there's bad people in the world. If they're racist in the other way, and they don't like Hispanic people, or they don't like Mexican people, or whatever color, and that person comes in, then they may get a higher rate, maybe not. But ultimately, I'm certain that it's based on these things. I'm certain it's based on your driving record, which the state of Massachusetts readily admits is not accurate. So you're basing it on a driving record that's not accurate. Then that does that make common sense to anybody that's listening to me?
Mm-hmm.
If the record's not accurate, how can you use that as a barometer to tell what the fee is going to be? Because the fee should be basically like a deterrent to do this again, correct?
Yep.
If the person's got suspended 8 times, you might give them $1,000 reinstatement. That's my
Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
Pat and Mike John, everybody, I'm going to jump off. Thank you for having me up on the panel. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care, Matt.
Y'all
Thanks.
have a
Thanks for
good night.
coming
Okay.
I'm going to circle around really quick, because the question was, I'm not a lawyer, but I do have legal credits to my name. I am actually legally allowed to access the PACER computer system, which accesses all legal information. I can legally file bankruptcy for people. I can advise them on bankruptcy. I can advise them on some other civil matters. I am a contractual contract expert, and I'm licensed in securities, forex, anything on the stock exchange. But for the last 20 plus years, 25 years, I've been, doing photography and making movies. But I still keep that stuff current, because there's a ton of, it cracks me up when I see First Amendment auditors get hassled, doing what they do. I walk around with a giant press pass and a press, like pullover thing, and I can't even tell you how many times I get stopped constantly and asked what I'm photographing, what I'm doing, who I'm doing it to. And I'm telling you that they don't, most police officers, most and almost no citizens know about public free right to shoot photography or video. I mean, they literally will combatively come at you. And in my case, you're talking anywhere from a $2,000 to a $12,000 or $15,000 camera and lens that somebody's trying to kick out of my hand. You know what I mean? It's not like fun. And trust me, I've had more than one camera confiscated and gone through a week and a half to get it back because some, overzealous cop rips it out of my hand, in the heat of the moment. Not in the last 3, 4, 5 years, but again, I can't say that I wasn't, a little bit more less savvy in trying to speak with them. You know what I mean? And so maybe I just got soft. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, it's just it's just a tough situation, and all they're doing is just instigating everything like that. But my final thought was just that whole thing she was talking about the bond hearing and how that's adding a higher punishment, whatever. That's all bullshit. A bond hearing is you have to file a motion for what's called a bond reduction, and it actually leaves the lower court and it goes to Superior Court. Superior Court is like any court. They don't see things on a first come, first served basis. It gets scheduled. His lawyer was there because he had a court date, and he didn't go to court that day because he told his lawyer to handle it. And the judge said, I want to see the plaintiff, or the defendant rather, because I want him to tell me. I don't want you to tell me. I want him to tell me as a person, even though you represent him. I want to see if I believe that he's going to start adhering to some of these conditions, because he hasn't. Since he has been incarcerated, and not in jail, but since he's been held on without bail, then he made bail. He's been given conditions, and those conditions are very paramount in his freedom. And all he does is try to get them removed. So it's extremely important that I understand what his point of view is. She's giving way too much credit to thinking everyone knows what his deal is. A Superior Court judge, that lower court judge might have, a Superior Court judge probably didn't even know who he was. And he wants to know. And that's why he's like, then get your defendant and get your client here. Let me talk to him, and let me
Mike Giant,
I'd like to
can I interrupt?
You know?
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're kind of losing people here, so we have to get back on track here with Degen.
I'll just
That's all right.
Yeah, that's me. Go ahead. You guys go ahead.
All right, a few people have asked, and I love his videos, so I'm going to play it. Gary Snowflake just put out a video, a furry interview, so I'm going to go ahead and share that. Because we love Gary Snowflake here.
Go ahead. No, never mind.
Hi everyone. Potatoes. Oh my god, I just had my teeth fixed and my fucking mouth is so sore. Not from fucking, fellatio or anything of that effect. You fuckers. Oh. Listen, I hate to fucking talk about this, but fucking Schemo. Oh my god, he's gone down the fucking toilet, hasn't he? And Patrick with all his begging. Look at all the stuff I got. I got boxes in the other room. I haven't even unpacked them yet. So much stuff you guys send me. Wonderful little sex toys and crazy little plants with mosquitoes and fleas and stuff. And it's fucking crazy, and I just fucking love it, you guys. So, yeah, the fucking lips came out good, I think. Got a little pouty lips now. And all the envy of fucking Patrick, because he wants some. I still got the bags under the eyes, so I'm thinking of using that stuff that you see on TV. It's made from fucking sandstone. I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, maybe I'll use that, make myself look a little prettier. But I got my fucking teeth fixed, though. You know, maybe some guy will go out with me. I don't know. So I just want to check in with you guys and say, hey, you know, it's going great. So keep the money coming in.
That's awesome.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yep, that's awesome.
We're probably gonna cut some shit for that, but it was really funny.
It'll be worth it. It'll be well worth it.
Yeah, right.
He also did one about PayPal Patty. I don't know if you guys want to see that one as well.
Yeah.
Another Gary Snowflake video.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a.
Toilet paper begin free, and I get everything. Glasses I had, like my new vagina. You know, I'm like Kimo Hollingworth without the mustache and beard. So I fuck old ladies, you know, but old guys, I don't care. But yeah, listen, if you guys could send me a little more cash on my PayPal, I'd like to have a nose job done. Maybe my eyelids and get some nice pouty lips like Fairy Potato. You know, she's got those pouty lips. And I think that would really work out for me and my career. So yeah, so this is all the toilet paper I get for free, guys. And like I said, if you can toast a little more cash in there, you know, I need some gas money and some Twizzlers and stuff. So if you guys can do that, that would be really great. Thank you.
My God, I had to mute. I was fucking crying. That was great.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say this. I apologize to everybody. And on an up note, there's a couple videos that I got coming that are gonna crush, and I promise. So I'll make up for all the bullshit talking I do. I will not say another word from that point on. I promise you. And I got something set up for AZ. And Kate's going to come back like fire. We reworked her whole studio. I got the lighting all set up. It's going to be great. And I'm going to zip tie myself now. Okay. If anybody definitely needs me, then you can hit me with a ball and hammer. All right.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing your work too.
Yep. It's going to be good. It's trust me. I got Furry Potatoes is a fucking huge one. It's going to be wicked funny.
And look forward to that one.
Yep.
So what else we got?
The next one I have, 1 second. Save the best for last. We have Auditing America, everyone's favorite. But this time it's a little different because his lapdog Will's not with him. So this one will just be in Auditing America. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hang on 1 second. Oh, come on.
Careful, you don't want to prolong the deadly dead air.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry about that.
That's worse than myself or Life Giant.
Yep. Okay.
Stop playing with your dinghy, Degen.
Quiet peanut gallery.
No, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because you work for us, and you enforce the law. You don't enforce policies. What's going on, folks? Auditing America. We're in Miami, Florida, guys. Sunshine State. We're at the City Hall. Let's see how much they respect our First Amendment and our freedoms. Share, like, and subscribe to Auditing America. Shout outs to Demand the Truth. Shout outs to La Cordy Music.
Hi, this way, you cannot go in.
Why not?
Why not? What's your thing?
What thing?
Your mask.
Oh no, I refuse.
You refuse, well, we refuse free, we refuse you to come this way. You gotta stay away from the door.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Stay away from the door, come this way.
Why can't I go in?
Because you don't, especially.
COVID-19 regulations, sir.
It's what?
COVID-19 regulations, sir.
Is that like a law?
Yes.
No, it's only a request. I've been to multiple city halls.
You cannot come in. He told you already. So
All right, so can you get your supervisor?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me go too.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Is there anything that we can help you with, though? Like, what?
Well, this is the people's building, right? We fund this entire operation. It's disrespectful for them to tell me that we can't come in here after we spend thousands of dollars in this building. I'm sorry?
It's not disrespectful.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because you don't tell us what to do, man. She's refusing me to enter the building without a mask. That's only a request, sir. It's not a requirement. It's a request. I've already looked into this before you guys make the wrong decision. Look. First of all, are you a police officer?
Yes, I am.
What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Wayne Tillman, badge 7076.
Okay, so you seem a little bit agitated about me questioning you
Look,
about.
man, I'm gonna tell you once only.
Yeah.
In order to get in this building, you have to have a mask. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it.
Is that a law? Are you a law?
We're not going to debate.
No, yes, we are.
We're not going to debate.
Yes, we are. Because you work for us, and you enforce the law. You don't enforce policies, so we have to debate. Are you a policy enforcer? Are you a law enforcer? Did you swear to protect the Constitution? I have the right to go in there, unbothered by anyone. Okay, I'm not sick. I'm not coughing.
You're not coming in the building without a mask.
Who are you to say that? Who are you to say that?
We're gonna.
I'm asking you a question. Who are you?
I'm not going to debate you.
Okay, so get a supervisor. I'll debate with your supervisor because you have obviously you're not fit for the job. You forgot about the Constitution and our rights when you swore to protect them when you became a police officer. Let me see your badge number. Let me see your badge.
Look, we're not going through all that.
I want to see your badge because you're not uniformed. So can I see your ID?
As I told you,
show me your ID.
As I told you, you're not going to building without the mask.
Who are you to say that? Who are you to say that? No, it's not an attitude.
Just to break in for a second, I actually looked it up, and there is an amendment to the Miami-Dade County Emergency Order saying that you have to wear a mask. So he's full of it as usual. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Real quick. The site that I put into the private chat, and I put the title of it in the YouTube chat. Every state has one of these. It gives the governor and the health departments the right to write regulations on an emergency basis to enforce just that.
And if I remember correctly, Miami or Florida, actually, the whole state is pretty up there in cases. So why wouldn't you wear a mask?
What was the date of this video?
This one was, let me drop that screen, October 28th.
Yeah, they were under a resurgence.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a request like he's claiming. I'm sure, as usual, he'll also claim that he has a medical exemption, which we all know that there's no medical exemptions for that.
There are, but you would have to have a doctor's note, believe me.
Yeah. I mean, you would at least have to have something. I mean, a face shield, something. You can't just not go without anything.
He speaks scriptically so he can educate officials properly. It's a good thing. Is that a word, scriptically? What does that mean?
It's more like cryptically.
Yeah, right. I think I get what you're saying, though.
So I just wanted to jump in there with that he's lying, but that shouldn't surprise anybody, to be honest.
Oh no. He's misinformed.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not bothering anyone. So I'm here to conduct business. You can't you Well, you can't help me with anything right now. You're just a guy that's trying to waive people's rights out here. I'm being courteous. I'm being courteous and professional and nice to everyone. Yes, I am. Have I disrespected you in any way? Have I said any foul language? Although I'm protected by the First Amendment. No, it's not an attitude. It's like I have the right. You guys work here. So if you work here and your boss tells you that you have to wear a mask, then that's good. But you know what? You guys work for us and you don't tell us what to do. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. You're do you work for the city?
No, but the city pays for me to be.
Okay, and guess who funds the city?
You're not paying it.
Guess who funds? Oh, really? No, yeah. It's not me. Yeah, ma'am, we all fund this place. Do you work for the city? You pay? Are you a city employee though? Okay, you pay taxes with our tax money. Great. Yeah. You guys pay taxes with our tax money. Great. That's fine. You whatever you want to call it. But you know what? We work our ass off so that this beautiful building could be maintained. We have the right to be here. This gentleman's not saying anything because he knows I'm right, but he wants to enforce policies. Why don't you take off your mask so the world knows who you are? How am I disrespecting?
Because
How
he's
am I?
right there with the camera. Keep on talking. He's not saying anything.
Ma'am.
He told you about the building. So
Listen,
you
he
over
doesn't,
here-
ma'am, he doesn't own this building. Well, we're debating that, sir, because although they swore to protect our rights and we fund this entire operation, they want to tell us what to do. Can I see your ID at least, sir? Because you're identifying yourself as a police officer, but
Yes.
I'm trying to conduct business. I'm not being disorderly. I'm not breaking the law. No, it's not instigating. It's actually called standing up for my rights. It's actually called standing up for my rights. But I'm being refused service at the city hall because I don't have a mask.
Okay. All right.
That's only a request.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, you can Google it.
But can we agree to that? It's only
Agree to what?
that it's only a request. I can refuse. Can you please ask your supervisor before we make any more of this?
I understand that you want to need to change what I've been ordered to do. That's not going to happen.
Sir, do you know who also gave orders?
we're not
You know who also gave bad orders? Hitler.
This is one thing that really irks me when
always with the Hitler.
Yeah. Hitler, or this is not Nazi Germany.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be alive
piercing.
if this was Nazi Germany.
It's
they would have
piercing.
shot
It
you
really
on
is.
the spot. So I don't know if anyone else, but this really irks me.
If this was a totalitarian state, he would have tasted concrete in the first 5 minutes.
That's the whole thing. Seriously.
He needs to exercise his right to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He needs to stop harassing places.
So there was something that I just thought of that he says all the time, and it's completely contradictory all the time. He always is talking about his rights, and then every time it's the other side, he says that's the law. And I think it's important, and I'm not going to go on for 20 minutes, Pat. Don't worry. I promise I got you. But I just wanted to bring up something. You guys can take it and run with it. The Constitution is the entire Constitution. Its design is to protect the rights of all citizens. It is not to enforce, it is not to force, it is not to specifically define and protect every one right. It's for the whole good of the citizens of America. And in that law, in that theory, there's a term that gets used all across America, and it's always in civil rights and humanitarian human rights, all these different types of cases, and it's called reasonable and customary. And what that basically means is that based on previous situations that are relative to this, which is why they, use case law as examples, as to base this, whatever point they're trying to make on, and just current state of of America today, the whatever the tensions are or aren't, or whatever's going on, they take a lot of things into consideration, but whatever would be reasonable and customary. So if you just take those two words, if someone can make me understand that what he does is what any reasonable and customary person would do in any situation that he's in, I'd love to hear it, because it just seems to me like all he wants to do is be a jackass, and
Yeah,
that
pretty
is
much.
not that's not. He does have the right to be a jackass. The problem is that as soon as it tramples on someone else's right to not be imposed upon and belittled and made humiliated and all these other things, and there's feelings in there, but there's also like normal emotions. I mean, if you call somebody stupid, that's not feelings. That's, you're calling them stupid.
Yeah.
And
So let's continue here, guys.
Yeah, it's all about click views and revenue.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Did, sir.
Let's go.
It doesn't matter about the orders. It matters. No, it matters about our freedom and what you swore to protect, which is the Constitution, sir.
No.
Right now, you're being a tyrant.
Just because what the rules are, what you want them to be, doesn't change.
Well, it's not what I want to be. It's what this country's all about. It's about freedom. You're supposed to protect our freedoms. And how free am I when you guys are blocking my entrance to a publicly funded building, right? And then you require me to put some type of cloth over my face. I have the right to breathe uninterrupted. Okay? This bothers many people. Millions of people. It bothers. But you were the one that decided to work for the government, right? So do your job correctly, officers. Stand up for the right thing. Be on the right side of history. And don't do the walk of shame. I'm serious. Why are you doing this?
Okay, now that you had your nice speech, it's still the same. You can't go in without the mask.
So let me see your IDs. I want to see your ID.
Dictate those things to me.
Okay, so call your supervisor.
I'm not calling the supervisor.
Yes, you are. Because if you don't call him, I'll call him.
You call him.
Oh, I'll call him. That's how it's supposed to be, right? I have to do all the work.
Mm.
But you're the one. How much you get paid a year, bro?
No, he just called out your
How much you
lie.
get paid, man? That's disrespectful. You know what you're doing right now?
Sergeant,
You're
he
being
might
disorderly.
be a
Do you know what
supervisor.
disorderly
Oh
conduct
my
is?
God.
Do you know what? Do you know what disturbing the peace is? You're disturbing my peace right now, sir. You're the one actually breaking the law right now. How do you feel, sir?
Please, I'm trying to.
This guy's clearly breaking the law. He's disturbing my peace. Okay? He won't identify, although he said he's, I don't know, a sergeant or something. Must be nice. You go catch bad guys in a suit? Shouldn't you be looking for pedophiles or for corrupted politicians or something
You're
like
the
that?
pedophile.
Isn't there a shit ton of people with warrants in Miami? Why don't you go do that? No, you want to worry about the guy with the iPhone and no mask. What a hero you are.
Yeah, because there's a pandemic.
What a hero. Why don't you just do the walk of shame and get out of my face, sir? Because it's just disrespectful what you're doing to us as American citizens in the land of the free that you swore to protect. Do you go home? Do you go home and beat your dog?
Oh
do you
my
do
God.
stuff like that?
Here it comes.
This is where it goes
have
really
been doing
sideways.
the wrong thing lately.
This is where it goes really.
Do you do stuff
This
like
is
that, sir?
yeah. This is where it turns into a fraud
How
turd.
could you?
Yeah.
How do you sleep at night? Blocking the First Amendment, right? I could clearly see a metal detector, which is a Fourth Amendment waiver.
That's incorrect.
Area, right?
Yeah,
Checkpoint.
that's incorrect.
Because it's
Right.
us that you guys don't trust. It's us. I bet you the employees walk regular. ID right here. Let's go in. But you know what? It's us that you don't trust. It's a shame what you're doing, sir. That's not what you got hired for. How many bad cops have you ever arrested?
He has another.
How
thing
many
that-
bad cops have you ever arrested, sir?
He's going through the whole
Have
script.
you ever heard of Auditing America?
It got lame the
With
second.
over 50 million combined views,
Who cares?
20 million combined views on Facebook, 12.5 million combined views on TikTok.
He's probably
in just 12 in
probably
just
bought them.
24 months. Have you ever heard of us, sir? We do this for a living. And you're gonna do the walk of shame, sir. Share, like, and subscribe to Auditing America. This is what tyranny looks like in America nowadays, guys. This is what tyranny looks like.
That's another word that they
This guy's
get
supposed
wrong.
this guy's supposed to protect and serve, protect our rights. And he won't do that.
And
You're still
there's
in
my
time
point right
to
there.
be on the right side of history.
He's not supposed
Are you a
to
Biden guy?
enforce over into other people, encroach on other people's rights because you're fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
What I'd like to see, and I haven't heard about it happening yet, is that someone like him who is contaminates someone else, and they can prove it from his own video. And I wonder if that's up for a libel, for a some sort of civil lawsuit.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys because I don't know the date of this video, but if the if the president comes out and they are addressing the nation, as he's saying, and they're explaining that this is the protection you need, then I'm sorry, you know what I mean? He actually is so obnoxious that I almost get confused, but I'm pretty sure that supersedes all other in place laws because it's a state of emergency. Is that not correct?
I don't think they've declared a federal state of emergency yet. Right now, they're going on CDC recommendations, and unfortunately, the CDC has waffled a couple of times.
Right.
And I think the latest recommendation from Fauci is that, yes, we should nationally wear masks.
Right. That's why I didn't know when the video was shot because I know that they went back and forth on whether.
Yeah, well, that's only a week or so.
Yeah. So, but again, just in that last little thing that how he's like, these are my rights, and that's the law. They're either rights or they're a law. A law is the specificity is crystal clear. Human rights are, and that's why they're always called amendments, because it's constantly being adjusted so that nobody is, encroached upon. I mean, seriously, we're not a perfect country by any means, but I think we try in most areas to try to be as fair as we can for the better of the whole. And there certainly is a lot of things wrong. But
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I just want to finish this video because we're
I'm
going
sorry.
on almost 2 hours, I think, something like that. It's gone.
Guy? You must be a Biden guy.
Oh my God.
You must be a Biden guy, because you know what? The president was here the other day. You know what he said? We're opening up Florida. We're opening up America. Where were you, dog?
I'm going to skip a little ahead when the police
Are you
officer
his
goes.
supervisor?
Yep.
I go, look, let me explain. Look, these guys are friends. These guys are friends and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. He's gonna side with him. It's only a request. That's only a request. I've been through many. This is the only city hall you go to. That's the thing. I do this for a living. I go to city halls all over the country. Gonzalez.
You do this for irritation, not a living.
It's good that you're recording for both of our safety. Thank you. Gonzalez. I go to city halls all over the nation. This is only a request. We can refuse. Okay? This is not mandatory. I'm talking about the mask. We can refuse. I've refused many, many times, and
Incorrect.
guess what? They have to do.
No. Yeah.
I can refuse, right?
Yeah.
You can refuse what? No, you can't, because no, that's not how it works. You work for us. You see?
That doesn't matter.
No. You work. You see, you're clearly on this side, on his side. You're clearly his friend. As soon as you guys got here, you did the thin blue handshake, right? Because you protect the thin blue gang above it all. Let's forget the Constitution. Let's forget our founding fathers. Let's get about our civil liberties, right? You guys are in the wrong side of history. And you're gonna be seen by thousands. How is that great, officer? How is that? You see, you guys say the wrong thing
Jeff.
over and over and over. How is it great that thousands of people are gonna see you doing the wrong thing, Gonzalez? Please tell me.
So they're not doing the wrong thing.
Please tell me, Gonzalez, because I'm not understanding. Well, then maybe you should be Walmart security, because you're not too good of a police officer. You know, it's disrespectful, bro. It's disrespectful. We fund this entire operation. All right? The entire operation.
No, actually you don't, because you don't pay
So guess
taxes,
what?
you jackass.
We have Gonzalez over here, and we have the unidentified officer who won't show me his ID, but you can sure flash his gun when he moves his suit with his way too short of a tie. Oh. Did you know you have to wear a longer tie, sir?
What?
Who did that? Who did that tie knot for you, sir? You need a longer tie.
He's just being rude. He's just being.
And you need to stand up for our rights, man. Stand up for the truth. I have something in my lip. Yeah, you have something in your face. It's called an unconstitutional order. A mask. A mask. That how many bad cops have you ever arrested?
Oh boy.
What have you personally done?
The cop told me it's something on his lip.
Constitution, sir. Personally.
Yeah.
Personally. Man to man. Personally, what have you
My
personally
favorite
done
sore.
to protect our rights? How many bad cops have you ever arrested? Any corrupted politicians? No. You're just worried about the idiot with the backwards hat and an iPhone trying to go in to conduct business.
Well, at least he called himself an idiot.
Uninterrupted.
Frederick,
Love
nice.
that.
Yes, you're right.
What's your batch number?
Yeah, I love that
Gonzalez?
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
What's your batch number, Gonzalez?
Logo there.
2454. 2454. Okay. We're going to have to file a complaint, man. We're going to talk to the mayor. We're going to talk to the governor. Actually, I spoke to the governor last week in Sanford. Sure, I can subscribe to Auditing America with over 50 million combined views. We do this for a living.
Did
We've
you guys
confronted
catch
Hillary
that
Clinton
in there?
face to face. We confronted Donald Trump face
He
to
made
face.
it sound like he talked to the governor about something important, but all he did was just got a message to him saying like, share, and subscribe to my channel. He didn't talk to the governor.
Yeah, they never do.
I know.
Yeah, real quick, if you're interested, I posted what's effective now in Miami
Oh,
in
yeah?
the private chat.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm not going to touch anything because I'll just blow something up.
Face.
So.
We've confronted Tulsi Gabbard face to face. We've confronted Joe Biden face to face multiple times. These people all know who we are. We stand up for the truth, and we expose tyranny at a very large level. So how do you feel, sir? You're still on time. You're still on time, Gonzalez. Okay, so if he's a sergeant, let me ask you something. Have I disrespected anyone since I've been here? No.
Yes.
I haven't.
Yeah.
How did I disrespect anyone? You guys are disrespecting me by not letting me enter. You guys don't own the building. That's the thing. How old are you, bro? Are you an adult? Okay. So look up the Constitution, man. Look it up. I'm not lying. It's our rights. They can't do this. What's your supervisor's name? Because this guy says he's a sergeant,
and then you show up, which you're a corporal, right? So he's above you. So you're here to back him up, right? Is that what you're doing? It's not like you came over here to take charge of the situation, right? No. Trampling on our rights. Must be nice. Must be nice. You guys should take off your mask so that the world can see, you know, the treatment that we get over here in Miami City Hall.
Yes, Adam.
By
Yes.
the officer over here.
Yes, Karen.
The other officer over here. Okay? We're going to go ahead and get going.
Thank you.
These people are going to do the walk of shame. All right, so now I'm wearing a mask, right? Because I agreed to it. Because whenever I want. And
God.
I know.
We're going to go in there and conduct business with our camera. You have a problem with that? You have a problem with that? No, right? I need to do a public records request.
Are they taking their temperatures as well?
I don't know, but I know there's a metal detector in there.
Oh, he'll just have to put everything in the tub for inspection.
Yeah, I think that's a temperature machine right there.
I don't know. Hold on.
Hold on for what?
Hold on, I told you. Hold on.
Oh, okay. She told me. Just hold on. You see, this is what we're looking for. We're looking to see the first reaction. We're looking to see the first reaction of our public employees. We want to see if they're courteous, professional, caring, right? That's what officers should do, right? That's what public employees should do, right? After we give them the privilege to work for us. No. The documents I need is from here. No. Nope. I'm requesting information about the city hall from this office right here. So there's a document right here, or ma'am, listen. How many public records requests have you ever done, ma'am? You don't know nothing but to take orders, okay? I do this for a living. I go across the country visiting city halls. You guys cannot just act like, you run this whole building. No, you don't run nothing. You're just running your mouth. You're just running your mouth. I'm being extremely respectful, having disrespect to you.
Right.
I press you out. I'm not being loud. I'm not doing any loud, unreasonable noises. I'm not being disorderly. As a matter of fact, right now, you guys are being disorderly. You guys are breaking the law because you're disturbing my peace. You're disturbing my peace. So what about my peace? What about my peace, Gonzalez? Y mi paz. Y mi paz. Cuéntame. You guys are tyrants. You guys don't deserve to work for the government. You guys should quit your job, turn your badges in, and move to North Korea because you're gonna be perfectly fine in North Korea. Okay?
That's the other one you
And
use
you,
North
ma'am?
Korea all the time.
I have a strong feeling that you're Cuban. You need to go back to Cuba and deal with that and deal with the communism over there. This is America, okay? We are free over here. We are free. Go back to Cuba.
But no, he's not being disorderly and rude.
Nor was
I
he
share,
when he
like, and
assaulted
subscribe to
Maanhaar
Auditing America.
14
They
years
just
ago.
denied entry at the City Hall. Great video. Make sure you subscribe to Demand the Truth. Go check them out. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, and
10/28/2020.
That was exhausting just to watch that.
And he's the one that did the walk of shame.
Yeah.
This guy has 2 sexual assaults on minors. How does he have any ability to tell people that they're not acting in good faith of their job? I mean, this guy is a
I
criminal.
know he has 2. He has a record of domestic violence.
I'm positive the last one was for a minor child under age 14.
that I don't know, and I'm not going to speak of that just in case.
That's no problem. I have no problem saying it because I know that I had that information.
Was that your last clip, Degen? We're
Yes.
just coming up in 2 hours. Come up in 2 hours, so maybe you want to wrap it up. What do you think?
Yeah, that was the last one that I had.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming. Like they were saying, Pete has some equipment. They should be. She started next Tuesday, is that what you said?
Yeah. So just I apologize, guys. You know what I mean. And listen, just in the meantime, just really just cold clock me and shut me up. But just for everybody's edification and subscribers and everybody, we appreciate everything. Kate has gone to huge lengths, and she's got Pat's got a full DSLR set up now. I got her set up with a sweet rig and the right distance, straighten out the green screen, straighten out the lighting, the separation will be there. So there'll be no problems with the background that she's going to put up. OBS studio. I set up a whole new clean out stream, capture card, everything. Second M2 SSD, and the whole 9 yards. It should run perfect, and the image quality is going to be at least 10 times what it was, and the lighting, because you could barely even see her, she was so dark. So you should also, with what you do, you should be able to just handle everything so much easier. And for everybody out there, there's so many people that work so hard, and along with her, Pat especially, Maddie, Degen's always chipping in, New Jersey Diver, you and I don't know you very well, but I always see you. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys, taking me and letting me help and do stuff. Really, I do. I'm sorry that I'm a nut job and just, I talk too much. It's just, I got a medical thing in my head that my compulsive thing, I can't temper it. So anyways, that's why, I'm not joking. Just tell me to shut the fuck up. So,
all right.
And we're also going to be giving away, as appreciation, we got real gifts, Prime memberships and stuff like that. I got a ton of stuff to be able to actually give to people, and everyone's going to be able to vote on 1 or 2 different style videos, and then we'll show the one that everybody would rather have, and everybody can have input. It's going to start being a lot more fun too. It won't just be this, just having to go and listen to friggin' El Samo fucking ramble on. And not that it's not, fun, but we're going to throw a lot more humor in there and stuff. So I think that everyone will be psyched. So
ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
Great. That sounds exciting.
Thank you everyone for hanging out with us.
Yep.
I hope I did okay as a co-host. Hope I didn't bore you.
All your stuff's great, DJ.
And share, subscribe to Masshole Report, to Degeneration Nation.
Yep.
I think somebody who's ambitious out there should try to make a list of as many of these so-called auditors, cop watchers, cop blockers as they can, and then research how many of them have past discrepancies in their history, including felonies.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's almost all of the ones that are really edgy, because I really think that it's their issue with the system, and then this is their way to say F you and get away with it. That's how I really feel.
Yeah, and by the way, he was only partially right about the mask. They only recently opened it up to where you don't need a mask outside as long as you're maintaining social distancing of 10 feet. And that's just Miami-Dade County alone. And there is still the mandatory mask for indoors.
Yep.
He's dangerous, though, because when he talks, he almost sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And that's what, we know.
And that's why that officer never moved away from that door.
Yep, you're right. So it's good. So,
all right, everybody,
guys.
I think they'll do the usual of if you want to join the Discord, the voice chat. I guess you guys will still have that.
Yep.
It's still going. Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks
an awful
everybody.
Lot again, and
thank you, NJ Driver, Life Giant, Pat, Kate. Everyone have a good night.
Yep.
There's only one